All right, let's get right into it. For what, 20 years now, we've all been battling for that top spot on Google. But you know what? The entire game is completely changed, right from under us. So today, we're going to break down a totally new playbook for this new world, a world where AI is the one giving the answers. This is the GEO protocol.
Just look at this. On the left, that's the search page we all grew up with, right? A list of 10 blue links. But on the right, well, that's the new reality. It's a single, neat summary whipped up by an AI. And here's the thing, if your brand isn't mentioned in that summary, you pretty much don't exist. The click is dying, and a whole new game is starting. So I wanted to really put this to the test. I ran a little experiment, and the goal was super simple. Could I actually force an AI, like Gemini or ChatGPT, to cite my brand as the main source on a really specific niche topic? And here's the kicker. Could I do it in less than 24 hours? So how did it go? My first try was a total, complete bust. I started with a great article. 2,000 words, all the right keywords, backlinks. It was ranking on page 1 of Google. But when I asked the AI who the expert was, it completely blew past my article. Instead, it pulled its answer from Wikipedia and some random 3-year-old Reddit thread. That, right there, was a massive wake-up call.
You see, that failure shows that we've been thinking about this all wrong. We're not trying to get ranked anymore. We're trying to get cited. And that, my friends, requires a completely different strategy, something we're now calling GEO, or Generative Engine Optimization. And this quote just nails it. Traditional SEO, search engine optimization, that was all about making it easy for bots to crawl your site and kind of file it away. But GEO is about making it easy for an AI to actually understand your expertise, to trust your facts, and in the end, to present you as the authority. Big difference. Let's break that down a bit. The old world of indexing, it was a game of signals, right? It was all about keywords and backlinks. But this new world of AI understanding, it's built on 3 totally different pillars. How clear your explanation is, how many verifiable facts you pack into your content, and what the consensus is about those facts across the web. It's a huge shift from just signals to real substance. So, after that first attempt failed so spectacularly, I went back to the drawing board. I needed a new framework, one designed specifically for this new challenge. And what came out of it was a simple 3-step process that I call the GEO protocol. The whole protocol really boils down to 3 key actions. First, you have to structure your content with the answer right up front. Second, you pack it full of data that can be checked. And third, and this is a big one, you have to actively create a signal that proves you're the authority. So let's dive into each one of these, starting with that answer-first structure. Okay, step 1, the answer-first structure. The key thing to get here is that AI models are, well, they're kind of lazy. They're built to find the quickest, most efficient path to a good answer. So what do? You give it to them on a silver platter. You create what's called a definition block, a perfect 2-sentence explanation, right there at the top of your page. You're literally making a copy-paste ready for that AI summary. Next up is factual density. This is all about building trust. You've got to swap out those vague phrases like many people with hard data, like 67% of users. And then you use tools like schema markup to basically tap the AI on the shoulder and say, hey, listen up. This isn't just my opinion. This is a verifiable fact. You're literally speaking the AI's language, which is data. Now, for step 3, and honestly, this might be the secret sauce. It's called the citation signal. See, you can't just publish your facts and then sit back and hope for the best. You have to get out there and actively build a consensus. When you share a summary of what you found on a high-authority forum, like Reddit, you're creating this digital footprint. You're signaling to the AI, hey, people are talking about this information, and it all leads back to this one original source. Okay, so that's the protocol in theory. But the big question is, does this thing actually work? Let's go back to that experiment. Let's see what happened when I applied these 3 steps to the exact same article that failed so badly just a few hours earlier. The results, well, they were just unbelievably fast. So remember, at hour 0, we had a total failure. Just 1 hour later, the article was updated using the GEO protocol. Then, at the 6-hour mark, we sent out that citation signal. And by the 24-hour mark, success! I asked the AI the exact same question, and this time, the answer started with those magic words, according to your brand name. It cited us directly as the source. It even gave a link. This is the new #1 ranking. This is what winning looks like now. And listen, this wasn't just a vanity project. The results were real, they were tangible.
In just one day, referral traffic from AI engines to that page shot up by 12%. That's high-intent traffic sent directly to us because the AI now sees us as the authority.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? The GEO protocol, it's not just a new bag of tricks, it's a really fundamental shift in how we need to think about content and authority on the internet.
Look, the goal here is not to trick an algorithm or find some clever loophole. It's to actually line up with what the AI wants to do, which is provide the most helpful, the most accurate, and the most trustworthy information it can find. Your new job is to become the single most citable source in your area of expertise.
So, I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about for your own work. Take a good hard look at your content and ask yourself, is it built simply to be crawled and indexed by a bot, or is it built to be understood, to be trusted, and ultimately to be cited by an AI? Because the answer to that question is going to determine who wins and who loses in this new age of search.